everybody? I'm your host, Eric Bird here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we got to talk. Do you want to make money? Do you really? Are you happy or not? Let's talk about it tonight because they don't both go hand in hand. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get. All right, welcome back. And I want to thank you all for being here. And it's another Wednesday night live. So if you're watching this live stream, first of all, let me start off the top. Please smash that like button. And it's members only chat. So if you can't chat, that just means you're not a member. So it's members only chat on Wednesday Night Live. So once again, I want to thank Diesel Mike is in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Live. Thank you so much for being here. And I love the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for your support. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial is here. Good evening. Thank you so much for being in the house tonight. I really appreciate it. So what we're talking about tonight is a few things because everybody associates happiness with making money. So let's start off with the first thing at first. Do you really want to make money? And I'm going to show you something right now. We got to get into this. This is the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page, as you can see. And I just want to point out that I have to thank you because we have over 12,000 subscribers right now. And please share these videos because we can help thousands, if not millions of other people. You could also help other people because that is part of the talk that we're going to have right now. Because do you really want to make money or not is what I wanted to start this out with, because there's a lot of people that say they're unhappy with their job. They're unhappy with what they're doing to make money. They say all kind of things, that I'm going to quit tomorrow, that I'm fed up with the boss, all kind of things that associate with making money and a little happiness. Well, let's go with the making money part first. What about if we changed it up a little bit? What about if you're happy or not? So if you're sitting there saying you're at the job, you're wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and you say, I'm not happy, then why don't you just do something that makes you happy? And then the same thing that you do, what if it makes you money in return? So that's one of the ways that you can get from working your 9 to 5, if that's what you're doing, or any job for that matter that you're not happy with. All right. So money does not make you happy is what the bottom line to the story is. The bottom line to the story is if you can make money and be happy the way you're making money, that's a win-win. And you'll be passionate about it and you'll like what you're doing. And then you'll actually want to work a little harder. That's what we're talking about right now, briefly tonight. But as you know, on all live streams, we can talk about anything you want. No subject matter is off limits. You can ask any question. And if you see this after the live stream, you can make comments down below in the description. So let's start with making money because everybody wants to make money. I'm just going to tell you to go down below in the description. Just like always, every now and then I mention the free Amazon FBA course in case you want to get in the Amazon program and start selling on Amazon. There's a free FBA course courtesy of David Quintieri down below in the description. You got that. All right. Now let's see who else is in the house. Victor Marrero is showing up. Let's do this, as he says. Welcome, Victor Marrero. I'm glad to see you here. Another Wednesday Night Live. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Welcomes Victor into the house. That's it exactly. So first off, we got to make money. To make any dreams happen, you have to make money. Bottom line of the story, there's no place on the planet pretty much that you can have zero money. So we're going to start with the Amazon FBA course. That's simple enough, right? So we can get everybody in on that. That's not a problem. Down below in the description. But I want to show you guys something else, because let me stick with the Amazon part, because that is something online that anybody can do, right? So that you can start with zero money out of pocket. And let me get it on screen for you. I'm going to go one step further. There's something I mentioned a couple of years ago, and a lot of people may not know about it still to this day. And this is Elite Club, Elite Deal Club. You can buy or obtain, let me see if I can go to the right section that I want to go to. Here we go, learn more. You can find special deals, and all you have to do is just go over here and sign up, and every morning they send you special deals specifically from Amazon sellers. Half the time, Amazon sellers, they do these giveaways, so they have a limited supply, and so they'll send you an email in the morning, and they'll tell you what the deals are. I'm going to try and see if I can find some right here while we're scrolling. But they give you a coupon code, and then you have to go and buy it. And generally, sometimes it's 50% off, 60% off, 70% off. So you can actually buy it on this special from EliteDealClub.com. The link is down below in the description. And you will be able to resell it on eBay, Amazon, or anywhere else, which is pretty interesting. So this is some of the things that you can do with the Elite Deal Club associated with Amazon. The other thing you can do is, you know, when you're out shopping and you're sitting around and you're like seeing things on clearance or discount, well, search around for a scanner that you can have on your cell phone. You can scan the item and you can find out how much it's selling for on Amazon or eBay or Etsy, potentially other places, Shopify. You can find out how much it's selling for, and then you'll know if you should pick it up or not. And then you can resell it. And then, of course, you have all kinds of places you can sell, because there's Facebook Marketplace. There's also eBay. There's also Amazon. You can take your pick. All right. So we got to make money. You got to have streams of income. That's what we got to always talk about first, because then that'll lead you to being able to do what you want to do, if that's what makes you happy. Right. All right. Okay. Let's go. Start with something you enjoy and work hard at it. Exactly. Don't try to take multiple projects at the same time. The rest is just consistency. Victor Marrero says it exactly right. That's all you have to do, because 9 times out of 10, 90% of the time, you will reach the top 10% simply by actually starting and staying consistent. Most people start, and then as soon as they come into an obstacle, a hiccup, all of a sudden they feel like, well, maybe this is a little bit too hard, when in reality, that's just part of the process. Nothing goes smoothly, no matter how well planned you have it. And a lot of people waste their time planning, taking not only days, months, sometimes years, planning instead of doing, because no amount of planning is going to stop problems that are going to arise, because no matter what business you do, no matter what you do, problems are going to arise that you did not account for. You thought you had everything pre-planned, and all of a sudden there's something that happened that once in a lifetime thing happens, and you're like, I didn't expect it. All right. So start. There is such a thing called training on the job, right? You got to be an apprentice sometimes. You got to be an intern sometimes. Start. And then what do? You learn. But the bottom line to the story is, do you want to make money or not? That's the bottom line to the story. Or do you want to keep complaining about not having enough of it? How much work and effort do you have to put in? A lot. We're not going to sugarcoat it. If you want to be one of the best, be better than other people, then you have to put in work. There's no such thing as I'm opening up a can of, hey, we're good and we're good. That it doesn't work like that. I don't, under any circumstance. Before you could walk, you had to crawl. But the funny part is, when you were crawling, did you sit there and say, when you fell down, did you sit there and go, oh, I fell down once, I guess I better not try it again? No, you got back up. When you fell down 2 times, did you say, well, twice it happened to me, I guess I better stop now? No, you fell down more than 2 or 3 times, and you got back up more than 2 or 3 times, but yet you don't look at it like, well, that's what I should do in life. A lot of people, as soon as they fall down one time something happens to them negatively, then they say, well, I'm never going to do that again. That's not how life works. Things are going to happen. And if you want to be happy, then make yourself happy. Don't think of negative things that happened before and happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. What's happening right now is your future. So get on with the program and make yourself happy and go with what you feel you're going to be happy with. And yes, I know there is such a thing called sacrifice, because a lot of people, they sacrifice happiness for making money. But just think, it could all be the same thing. All you have to do is just pick something that you like. And today we have social media. And speaking of social media, on Friday, I'm going to try and do something crazy. I'm going to be on StreamYard like our normal stream. And there's a new company that I mentioned before called Haps Streaming. Down below in the description, get your Haps. It runs on your cell phone. You can do free streaming to 4 platforms at least. That's YouTube, that's Twitch, that's Twitter, LinkedIn, and there's probably one more that I'm missing. I don't know about the Instagram because they act kind of funky. Oh, Facebook. That's the other one. And maybe even Instagram. It all depends. You could be doing 6. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. Down below, it's called Haps. It's a streaming service. So again, whatever your passion is, whatever you like, you can do live streaming if you want to. Live streaming means you can show people on screen some things that you want to sell, products, services, or whatever you want to do. So if that's what's going to make you happy, then why not do that and start? And nobody's saying you're going to go viral, as they call it these days. You just got to start with 1 person, 2 people, 5 people. Whatever you're doing, somebody else on the planet is looking for the same thing that you're doing or likes what you're doing. So don't think you're alone. Don't think that whatever you're doing, somebody's not going to like it. Who cares? I don't like a teacher at a college, a professor at a college telling people to go and read books of stuff that happened 20 years ago. But yet people go to school for that. They pay thousands of dollars a year for it. I don't agree with that, but I'm sitting here doing my own thing. This is what I'm trying to help people here at Stop Struggling Now. So you don't have to pay thousands of dollars a year for some outdated material and information. All right? Let's just get real with this. So if you want to be happy, it's up to you to make yourself happy. Don't sit there and go, woe is me. Don't sit there and go, oh, somebody else has something that I don't have, or somebody else got it easier than me, or somebody else, all these excuses running around in people's heads. Let's just face facts. There's disadvantages in society. That's just the way it is. No matter what continent you're on, there's disadvantages. No matter what government you're under, there's disadvantages for a lot of people. But that's not going to stop you in America. And that's why people jump on boats, on dinghies, to rush across oceans to get to America, because this is one of the few places that you can land with $0 in your pocket, and you can go somebody else. You can find somebody else's garbage on the street that somebody's throwing away, and somebody else's garbage is valuable to that person. They pick it up and go shoot something on their phone if they have one. And now they can sell something that somebody else is throwing away. And by the way, I know people that actually do this for a living. They go with the open house, not open houses, but free stuff on Craigslist, free stuff on Facebook. When people are moving and they leave their items that they don't want for the garbage company to come get, people are out there scavenger hunting, and people will throw away things that are valuable. It could be 50, 100, 200 bucks, but to them, they've had it for 10 years and they're like, well, I don't want it no more. So again, it all depends on which level you're on, because if you have nothing and zero in your pocket, you're willing to do anything. When you're comfortable, that's when you start being selective, saying, well, you know what, I'm good with making my 5K a month. Even though I'm not happy doing it, I'm good, and we'll keep going under this situation. Other people say, well, yeah, I'm not doing that. I just want to be happy. So give me my 1,000 a month and I'll do what makes me happy. So anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're talking about. And once again, let's see who's in the house, because we have a few more people, so we can talk about anything you want. Let's see. Most people get frustrated if they don't see results short term. It isn't a 100-meter race. It's a marathon. Exactly. Thank you for that Nipsey Hussle reference. The marathon continues. John Ruck, work made me miss beginning. Don't worry about it. You're in the house. John Ruck, welcome to the live stream. Hey, FYI, they're opening phase 2 of Universe at Canna Rock. Condos going for as low as $100K, including furniture. Yes, Victor Marrero, I don't believe it. You didn't miss that. Universe, block C, CDE. CDE, yeah, block C, D, and E, 99K for the 1-bedroom, fully furnished. And I believe it's 10% down. Yeah, it's 10% down. They changed it. It's 10% down, and I think it's 30% during construction, or 40. I can't remember. But the beauty of phase 2, ladies and gentlemen, this is real estate. The beauty of phase 2 is 2024. You're going to have over 36 months that you can make payments on this. And 2025 is also like January or something like that, 2025. So you can almost have 46, 45 payments, ladies and gentlemen, which means that your payment, if you did, well, you should do the payment plan, it's 0% interest, is should be a little under like $800 a month on a golf course at Canna Rock, at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino property with your private beach. Yes, Victor Marrero, I am still upset because I actually want property there on that island that I called Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. That place, even though it's not an island, ladies and gentlemen, it's in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, in case anybody does not know. And I did do a video about Canna Rock about last week, so you can look it up. And again, it's awesome. And in fact, they sold so much. In fact, you know what? I have access. Let me go show somebody some stuff, and I'll see what's going on. Small steps, always important in a big plan. Exactly. You got to take small steps. That's how it works. If you want to make money, that's how it works. If you want to be happy, then just do what makes you happy. And now with our social media platforms, you have so many outlets that people can make you happy. In fact, I won't even say the name because they are actually famous. But one day I was sitting on a plane, and they're next to me, and we started talking. But I didn't know who the person was, quite frankly, at the time. I like I said, I don't watch TV too much, and I mean I go to movies, but they're not in the movie business; they're TV business. So I'm sitting there, we're talking, and the woman says, "Hey," that's your first clue, woman. She says, "Hey, why don't you come speak at my some of my events? I go to high schools, and the way you express everything, you might get through to some of these teenagers at the thing." I was like, "Yeah, no problem." Then she says, "Well, how much are you going to charge me?" And then that's when I said the usual. Since it's going to be helping people, nothing. And it just blew her away. She was like, "I can't believe it. That's unbelievable. Everybody wants to charge me for coming to speak." And I said, no, not when it comes to kids. They're under 18. That means we can still, get something in their head. So no problem. Now, that person at the time was low on the totem pole on TV. The person now, this is like maybe 5 years has went by. 5 years now, if I said the name, you guys would know who she is. So that's why I'm not going to say the name, because she's never come on the channel and I don't want to do anything else. But now she is on national TV. All right. So it's kind of awesome. It started 5 years ago when she said, I want to start a foundation. I want to do this. I want to do that. Just what we talked about on the plane. And now 5 years later, she's written books. She has foundation. She helps with charities. She does everything that we talked about, but it took like 4 years, 4.5 years to get there. All right. So that is part of the small steps at a time. All right. So that's all I want to say. Now, let me see if we can get something happening here. This will be interesting. If I can pull this up, I think I can. Brokers. Oh, man, I can't. Nah. I thought I was going to be able to pull up the Counter Rock Brokers so we can check out what's left. Because those things sold so fast when they had the 10% off. They have, I looked at the thing the other day. The Block A, all reserved, all sold. And Block 2, which people did know about, like myself, they sold only like 6 or 7 units. And there's still like 20, 30 units left at the $100,000 for the Counter Rock. All right. And in fact, why don't I just go to the screen? Why don't I just go to the screen so everybody can I'll just go show people what we're talking about. In case you're new here, we talk about real estate because we got to make money, right? If you can acquire real estate with no credit check, no qualifying, no nothing, isn't that the best way to do 0% over in this case, 3 to 4 years? This is really once in a lifetime opportunity, in my opinion. It's just that they're building so many units. Curtis Davis, hello, all word, did Diesel go? Diesel, he's in the house, I'm sure. Agreed. It's a marathon. Yep. Good evening, Mr. Bird, SSN fam, good vibes. Wilson Koo's in the house with the icon next to his name, of course. Thank you so much for being here. John Ruck is back. 9 people watching, only 6 likes and only 3 in chat. Come on, peeps, hit like in chat. Thank you so much, John Ruck. I like the rah shish ba type thing. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what we're talking about. Wilson Koo, hello. So I'm going to show you guys, in case you do not know about Counter Rock, and since it was brought up, here is, I don't even know, maybe Counter Rock Universe might finally have started listing the other blocks, because on their website, they only put Block A, and most people thought that all the properties were 130, starting in 130 to 160. Out of stock is 55, so they still have 302 available. But let's see if they finally added Block C, D, and E. That's where the 1 bedrooms for 100K are. That would be nice, right? I'm going to have to put this back on the screen, but give us a second. We'll come up to it because it's opening up a separate screen for the availability. So I'll have to copy and paste. So give me a second. But this right here is happening all in the Dominican Republic, where you can put down $1,000 to reserve. And then some of the properties have where you do 20% over whatever, 24 months or 30, well, usually 24 to 27, 28 months. It's rare that, like the Counter Rock Universe this is incredible. Well, see, they still only have Block A showing. Block A is not where the properties are that are inexpensive. Now they're saying contact for a quote because they've raised the prices for Block A. So what I'm going to try and do is, while we're talking tonight, I'm going to see if I can actually garner up the password or the website so I can show you guys what's actually available, which would be awesome, right? So I'm going to have to do it. I found it, actually. So as soon as I can, I'll put it in, and then I don't want to give it to everybody. It's not really supposed to be for everybody. I'm doing something just to show, almost like insider trading. That's what it's going to be like. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think I got it. Let's see. Let's see if we can get it. Give me about 15 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see if I can pull this up. Well, it doesn't like it. No, doesn't like it. Can't pull it up. Doesn't like it at all. Well, anyhow, back to the conversation. The problem, the thing is, anybody can qualify, and that's the beauty of it. So there's no excuse for people not being able to get their property. Oh, there we go. I see what happened. Okay. So no excuse for anybody at this point. In America, most of the time, you try and go get your real estate and everybody goes, oh, well, your credit score is not 700, 720. It's none of that. So, we got problems here, right? And so that blocks you from being able to get real estate. But now you have no excuse, especially in the Dominican Republic. And there's other places. I mean, it's Mexico as well. There's a bunch of places. Okay. Now, I'm on the page, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. This is what sold in Block A. You can see sold, sold, sold. Now you can see the prices. They're 187 grand in Block A for 73 square meter properties. Ladies and gentlemen, 187 for a one bedroom for 73. That's a large property. 800 square foot, 750 square feet for one bedroom. Now, let's go look at what happened when we come down here to see. Look at this. Reserve, reserve, reserve. It doesn't say sold, though. So they all put down their 1,000 or 3,000 at this property. But look here. One bedroom, 140 now. 140. This is 99 reserved. 114. This is escalating, ladies and gentlemen. 114. All the 99s, people have put down 3,000. And there is no 102,000 anymore either. Like here, there's a 102,000 reserved. You guys, this is just last week. I believe it was Thursday or Friday that I did the video Thursday, come to think of it, because on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it was 10% off all kind of rock properties. And they only had a few at that 10% off. After that, they gave people 2.5% off. So looking at this list now, the 99,000 properties are sold. Now you have to go up to, well, unfortunately, it looks like we get up to 195. They've changed these prices. Instant equity. Here goes Block D, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what Block D, 140, 114. The 99's gone. Somebody reserved it over the weekend. That's probably why it's still there. They raised the price up 15 grand. The 99 looks like it's 114 now. The 102 looks like it's 117. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. No more 99 grand. People have instant equity if they would have bought over the weekend. And some of these, even though they say reserved, yeah, definitely. They changed the prices because all these were 99. So they increased the price 15 grand. Congratulations if anybody got the universe, because now you have instant 15K equity in less than 5 days. So unfortunately, it looks like I missed out on that, Victor Marrero. All right, looks like I missed out on that. You snooze, you lose. Unfortunate. All right, let's see what else. So it's the real estate game. Curtis Davis, I'm here, brother. What's good? All right. Diesel Mike's in the house. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 30 minutes in. Please smash that like button. And if you want to talk about anything, please do so. I see I missed a few people here already. Let's see. I'm at work and I hit like Lolo, just messing, but it all helps out. Exactly. Proven concept, people. Learn more via video and actions. Lecturing, reading, lowest form of learning. Exactly. Couldn't have said it any better myself. John Rook, good evening. Samuel Combe, welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. So glad to see you here. Finally watching a live stream. Love what you've been doing. You got this. Thank you so much, Samuel Combe, and I appreciate it because you have that icon next to your name. So thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you, and I'm glad you were able to be here. That's what I recognized. Correct. Block D will be completed in 2025, so you'll have 4 years. They said today they're doing a special where you can finance 70%. No. Come on, Victor Marrero. Are you kidding me? Pay 30%. Oh, they're doing it reverse. Pay 30% down, and then oh my God, they're going to finance 70%? Jesus. Well, you do know most people don't have 30K sitting around in the bank. Or now it's 40K. But 70% finance is unheard of. That's crazy. That is kind of crazy, actually. That's 4 years, 48 months, 70 grand. Well, call it 80. Well, then you're going to have to pay that's going to be like $1,800, $1,700 a month. I like it the other way. 30% down payment, 70% finance, 10% down, 20% finance during construction, if you can get it. Although, ladies and gentlemen, I should say something. You can actually put in offers on payment plans. They generally just want if they want 30%, then they just want you to figure out how to get that 30% to them before delivery of the unit. If it's 40%, and so be it. So you could say, you can cater it to your own real estate deal you want, your own economics. So you could end up saying, well, you know what? For the first year, I want to pay $800 a month. Second year, I'll give you $1,200. Third year, you can structure it any way you want. Whether they accept it or not, that's another story. But if you don't feel comfortable with paying way too much at the beginning, or you feel it's too much for you, then just make it where you feel comfortable. All right? The more you can run it out, the better, because money in 2023, what you're going to be able to buy with $1,000 is probably going to cost $1,500. So if you make $1,500, the same $1,000 payment's going to be less to you. That's all I'm saying, because money's going to be cheaper. Moses Tillman's in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Checking in, fam. I'm here. Thank you. We appreciate it. John Ruck with the space. Curtis Davis, I'm here. All right. I think I finally caught up. Hope people bought the dip. X, charge point. We had a tech flashback plus EV part of Biden plan. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Exactly. And ARC X started. Kathy Woods, ARC X came out. $20 a share right now. Not much space in it, but there's a little, but not a lot. I was expecting more, quite frankly, but I'm rocking with her. Thanks to George Maple. He's the one that mentioned Kathy Woods, ARK Invest, like 7 months ago. Got me on the bandwagon. Remember, Eric, the developers just want the paper. Exactly. That's all they want is the paper. They don't really care. And especially what they're doing at Counter Rock, I can't even believe it. The prices are escalating. That means Victor Marrero's $231,000 condo that could be 300. It is around 300 right now. That means they probably increased the prices there 15, 20K as well. So now he's going to even have a higher price. 300. It's probably going to be over 300. It might be 320, 310 now for the unit that he has. Equity over 3 years, almost. He's going to have nearly $100,000 in equity by the time they finish building this in the next 4 or 5 months, probably. And they're going to be finished almost perfect timing for prime time rentals. Perfect timing to have a few people trickle in to see how the rental's going to work. And then when it gets to be December, January, February, March, it should be prime time. And hopefully the pandemic will have subsided a little bit where people are traveling. If last week was any indication, geez, I guess people will be traveling. Exactly. The money worth less in future, $1,200 a month on condo. Exactly. Exactly. And so while we're trying to do the get the property, if you want to make money as part of the role here. So here's how you got to look at it. You want to use your streams of income to pay for your assets or other assets to pay for your assets, right? So that's where I'm at right now, quite frankly. I'll just tell you guys it's real out here. So I figured I know what I make with my streams of income. The problem is if I add on that next unit, which would be 3 units in Punta Cana, which I'd be oversaturated in the Punta Cana market, but I just can't get over having you'd be on the golf course at Cana Rock at the Hard Rock Hotel. It's worth it. And now, because I couldn't pull the trigger, I lost out on $15,000 in equity overnight. And that's not the bad part in reality. The part is this: since I don't have my full enough streams of income to come in that I want that to pay for this, then there's no reason for me to pull the trigger. I can't be greedy. That's just the way I look at it. I don't want to have to sweat about it. I just want my streams of income to just pay for my assets. That's it. And if I can't do it, no sense in acting like we have credit here, right? No sense in going, hey, I know I can probably squeeze it out or do whatever, but why do that? It's not really necessary. So I have to create another stream of income that will pay for it. And yes, I lost out on $15K. I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. But if I activate another stream of income that I know I can make $1,000 payment for this property, then I'll go do it. And I won't get the $15K, but by the time they finish the property 4 or 5 years from now, do you really think it's going to be worth $115, $117? I don't. It'll probably be worth $150, $160 minimum. All right. So that's how you have to look at it. You never look at things like you missed out and you feel bad. It's just that, no, I couldn't pull the trigger because I don't think I had the right setup for it right now. There's nothing wrong with that. But it did say to me, okay, Eric, then I guess you better activate another stream of income because you want to get a property on the golf course at Cana Rock. So it works out. And that's how everybody should think. You shouldn't be thinking, I'll just go borrow just so I can get it. You should be thinking this is all based on, I need this built. It's going to be built in 4 years. So I'm going to be paying for this for 4 years without being able to recoup any of my money. That's a long time. All right. So just think of it that way. The condo will appreciate faster and just go get in. Assets increase during inflation explosion. Exactly. That's exactly right. Exactly right. ALB, ALL looks to be moving soon. Wilson Koo, he's dropping me something. I don't know what that's going to be right now, but it looks like some stocks. Let's go look. You know how we do it here, ladies and gentlemen. ALB, I'm assuming that's a stock since it's 3 letters. Let's go see what we got. Let's see what's happening. ALB stock. Okay. Let's see who this is. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is that Albemarle Corporation, chemical manufacturing company based in Charlotte, North Carolina? Okay, I like the first part. 3 divisions. Lithium, bromine, I don't like. Specialties and catalysts. Okay. I don't know. Well, it's been increasing over the last 6 months. Well, a little. Oh, it did. 89 to 46. That's up there. 63% over the last 6 months. Over the last 5 days, this week, it's just been going sideways. 1 month, 152 down over the month. Okay. Let's see. What's all-time highs? 188, all-time highs, 52-week low. I don't see. Let me know if there's some reason, although the lithium part, manufacturing, marketing of chemicals for consumer electronics, petroleum refineries. Oh, they got their hands in a lot of places. That's going to be needed for the future. Okay. I like that so far. Let's go look at this other one. This looks like over the counter. ALLIF. ALLIF. Let's see what this is. It's over the counter. Lithium. Another lithium company. And 59 cents. Okay. I can't say anything bad about it. There's a ton of lithium companies. LCA for one, and they trade on the actual, stock exchange. There's a couple of them. PLL, whoa, which by the way, PLL, Piedmont Lithium. I mentioned this like 6 months ago. Yep, it was around, I can't remember what I bought it at, quite frankly. It was probably in the 20s, upper 20s, 27, 28, something like that. But it wasn't 22 or something. I think it was 28, 29. So here we go. So I haven't even paid attention. It's doubled. This is what we like to see. PLL. All right. That's another lithium that anybody can get. LCA. Let's see what's going on here. That didn't come up, but it's all right. LCA is the next. Here we go. Lancadia Holdings, another company which taking its sweet time. It looks like I have slow internet, and I know I do because I'm running on Wi-Fi, so I know it's slow. But I can't pull up LCA. I never can. That's weird. All right. Well, anyhow, Wilson Koo, you got it right. Lithium. That's how we do it. FSM had nice gains. 14. Oh yeah, FSM. That's right. Okay, some of the old standbys. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the stocks, Fortuna Mines, oh, nice lift today. Welcome back. I like it. To one day moved up, but generally it's been just going sideways. But this is long-term play for SFM. FSM is a Mary. It's a long play, long-term play. But I like it, what's happening. I like the trend. That's where it should be because inflation is coming. There's just no way you can print 1.9 trillion and keep printing 1.9 trillion. It's just not going to happen. Now there's going to be 2.3 trillion or another 2 trillion. I'm goldfish in a glass bowl. I'm glad I'm here learning from you, great white sharks. So maybe I can join y'all in the ocean one day. Diesel Mike. He's funny. Diesel Mike trying to play Guppy. Nah, he's playing Guppy here. He's no Guppy. Pola rebounded up 14%. Oh, I like the sound of that too. That's right. Polar, you got it. You got it. You got it. We mentioned this a while back. People on the channel in the community tab know I bought Pola. I don't know when I bought it, but it was like 2-3 months back. So it's $5-6 maybe. I can't remember all of them, but 13 I like. And look at the high was 30 at one point. All EV play is undervalued at this point. So even at $13.89, it's undervalued. Thank you, Curtis Davis. Mr. Financial, dollar cost average time will help you get the stocks at bottom value. Exactly. Dollar cost averaging, in case nobody knows what that is. Dollar cost average is a situation like this. Let's say you bought it at $20 a share. And then when it went down to, let's say right now it's at $14 a share. So you buy at 14, the difference between 20 and 14, if you buy the same amount of shares, would be the $6. So now your dollar cost average is, instead of 20, is down to 16. So if this thing hits 16, now you're at break even. All right. That's how it works. So that is dollar cost averaging. And the same thing holds true if the price goes up, because that has happened. Because I had NEO, for instance, originally 2 years ago at $6.50 on the IPO day. Sold off profit, kept some shares. Then the shares dropped to $2 and something last year in March. Had to buy some more then. So then my dollar cost average was down to like $4, $3 and something. But then NEO went up to $20. I bought some NEO at 20. So that crept up my dollar cost average to $6-7. Then I bought some more NEO at 30. Then it took me to 10 or 11. So I'm good, even though it's 11, but I have more shares at 11. So I'm good, even though they dropped from around 50 down to 35. But I'm just giving an example because it went so high up. I felt comfortable with buying some more, even though it cost more. But that's the dollar cost average ways that you want to do. As interest from Tesla and Chinese market. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. It's lithium based and it's cheap enough that they can just buy out. So I like that. Square hit a low of 202 and bounced. Hey, we told people to get Square last week on the Friday Night Live because we were talking about it. The price was ridiculous, being like under 200 or something like that intraday. It was crazy. Let's go look at Square stock. Insanity. Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I clicked on the screen again to cut off. But let's get to Square. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can get this stuff back. Oh, yeah, I got to get the screens back up. All right. Well, let's go. I'm going to look at Square in a second. But let's see. We have top penny stocks, my portfolio. Okay. We have some more input on penny stocks. Oh, 227. Yeah, it rose up fast. That's crazy. Look at this. It was bouncing all down here last week. All down here. And sure enough, they're like, nah, we're worth well more than 200 all in one day. Boom. And they're still undervalued, actually. They're into Bitcoin right now. Top penny stocks in my portfolio. AMBL. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. TMBR. CPSH, AEZS, WDL. Whoa, that's a bunch. All over 18% growth in my case. Perhaps because of when I bought. Of course, you were in at the right time. That helps out. Jeez, ladies and gentlemen, have your pen, pads, and paper ready. I'm going to actually show a couple. HMBL came up before. Humble. So 6 months, December, it was only 65 cents. January, 82 cents. January 25th, $2. February 1st, $1.58. So depending on when you bought this, if you would have bought it anywhere between February 1st and beyond, you'd have doubled your money easily. So this is very, very interesting. This one we've heard of before, fashion floor covering. And it's very interesting. All set to fly in April. Here's why. There you go. Again, we'll go to TMBR as well. I'm not very familiar with penny stocks, just some that I've heard of before. Once again, this is up and down as well. I don't know what they do. Biopharmacy company, Timber Pharmaceuticals. Yeah, it's a health stock. You know, I like that. And speaking of health stocks, I'm going to get into one that is unbelievably under $20. American Well Corp. IPO last year, or came out at what, 21, 22, something like that. That's what I bought at, 21, 22, ladies and gentlemen. You know, full disclosure. It's now $17.37, and it's a health company. I'm a sucker for health companies. So I haven't bought anything new because it has been steadily going down. March 8th just keeps going down, down, down. Is it the bottom? I don't know. Maybe it is. But it's almost time for me to buy some more. But it's only a difference of $3, right? $4, let's call it. Almost, yeah, no, it's almost $5 because I bought it 22. So that's $5. So I'll reduce my dollar cost average down to around $20, $19.90 or $20.20, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I need to buy some more of that. And you guys can't see that, but yeah, see, it's been going down. So I've been trying to, it shouldn't be trying to find the bottom, but I'm like trying to find the bottom. I'm like, when's it going to hit 15? That's what I'm waiting for. Has some new mining properties, which is about 54% of the world. Oh, that's major. Wilson Co., that is seriously major. which has about 54% of world resources. That's significant. All right, Victor Marrero, you know I didn't sign up with Fidelity. I guess I'm going to have to do it now. I have way too many reasons to buy some over-the-counter stocks. NIP released their new process for battery swap and takes about the same time as oil change. You mean NEO? Yeah, I think you mean NEO. I love NEO. I think personally, people say the battery swap thing is not a good idea. Personally, that's one of the reasons why I like NEO from the get-go. I personally like battery swaps. There's gas stations, right? So I'm still trying to figure out, there's gas stations, there's old used car drive-through washers. There's all this stuff sitting around, infrastructure, just dead infrastructure sitting around. And I'm sitting there like, why wouldn't they just, an oil change stations that have went out of business? Why wouldn't they just put them in those locations? Believe me, if I had a NEO and I had a battery and this year the battery goes 350 miles, but 2 years from now I can swap for another battery that's going to get me 700 miles instead of having to buy a new car. That's the way I looked at NEO all along. I thought that was a much better proposition because we already have gas stations. And ultimately, if renewable energies and EVs become a big time thing, which they're going to be, gas stations are going to be changing over, taking away their pump aisles. And why wouldn't you put in a couple of change swap battery stations? And the swap is only going to take 5 minutes or less. But it's a win-win if it's at a gas station, because if I can swap, if it's going to take me 5 minutes, that means I'm going inside to get something. So it's a win-win as far as I'm concerned versus having dead batteries in a car that's, let's call it, I bought the car a year ago, just like right now what's going to happen. Tesla cars, they go, 300, 400 miles. And then what happens when a car can go 800 miles or 700 miles on one charge? People who have the other cars, they're just like left behind. In NEO's case, I like it that I can swap with the upgraded batteries. I don't see why that option's not like mainstream. I like that a lot. I love it a lot. That's why I like their prices. Add Under Armour and CFLO. Oh yeah. Under Armour isn't Under Armour UA. We talked about Under Armour last year. Upside. I keep messing up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm clicking on the wrong screen. Okay, let me switch up I think I have to switch up where I'm looking up my stocks and putting them on my screens. All right, UA is Under Armour, and it's around $18 a share, something like that. Let's go look up UA. Okay, here we go, UA. All right, there it is. $18.46. And look where it's come from. Under Armour. And they have a serious upside, in my opinion. Here's where they came from last October. It was only $10. So it's been rising. No dividends, though, but got to go with Under Armour. All right, just like they said, Under Armour misses out on NCAA tournament market exposure, but Under Armour is a brand that I love. All right, they're still small. Okay, and CLF, let's see here. I'm not familiar. CLF stock? No, I'm not familiar with this stock. This is how we make money, ladies and gentlemen. Investing. Oh, Cleveland Cliffs Mining. Okay. Familiar, heard of them. I haven't invested in them, but today, 16% on the money. Gee, specializes in mining, beneficial pelletizing of iron ore, as well as steelmaking, including stamping and tooling. It is the largest flat-rolled steel producer in North America. Okay. The infrastructure bill, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mr. Financial. You got to get this. Have to have CLF. That's why it jumped. The infrastructure bill means they're going to be using steel, concrete, everything else. So you got to love that. Jeez. Great one right there. Both have $1 billion cap. Lithium. Oh, there's the other lithium. LTHM. Exactly. That's a good one, Wilson Koo. PKX. Not familiar with PKX. Let's see. PKX. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have your pen, pads, and papers ready. Do your own due diligence. But there's some gems being dropped right now. My goodness. South Korean steelmaking company headquartered in Pohang, South Korea. Crude steel 20, making it the world's 4th largest steel maker. Wow. There we go. All right. And then, of course, we have U.S. Steel. And, of course, I expect the same type of, look at this. Just 6 months ago, it was $42. Steel is coming. It's coming. There goes another option. If you don't like the first option, PKX is an option. X is the U.S. Steel. Stock symbol X as an X-ray. That is also a good company to get in right now. Let me go see PKX. PKX even has 2% dividends. And CLF is 1%. And X, even though they have dividends, it's only like a penny. Quite frankly, look at that 0.15%. It's only like a penny per share, so it's nothing worth mentioning. But here goes X. It was $7 6 months ago, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, Curtis Davis was here, and a lot of you were around when I said I'm buying X. And people were like, what? He's lost his mind. So there we have it. We're doing very well with X. And X used to give out more of a dividend as well. So anybody sign up with M1? It's been slow moving money in. Exactly. I haven't messed with M1 just simply because it was not after I had Robinhood and Webull and some others, E-Trade and all that. I was like, there's no reason for me to have M1. They have more charts apparently, but I don't know. There's no reason as far as I know. Harvest Health looking good. Dropped, but pretty good forecast. Yes, Harvest Health, exactly. Thank you, Wilson Koo. You know, he mentioned these health stocks. I love health stocks. And this one's even less. Wait, that's not Harvest Health. Let's see. He gave me a different symbol. I thought you meant Harvest Health, which is HRVSF. Let's see. He gave me HR. Oh, he did give me Harvest Health. Okay. That's the one. $3. Okay. Cheap enough to take a risk on. Hey, if you're going to buy, oh, by the way, get your free crypto down below, ladies and gentlemen, in the description, underneath the video. Get your free $10 worth of Bitcoin from Coinbase. Please sign up. All right. Other than that, if you're going to deal in crypto, then you might as well download Celsius, make sure when you're hodling, make sure you earn interest on your money. Just don't let it sit at Coinbase. Just don't let it sit on an exchange that earns you no interest. Get some interest, whether it's from Celsius Network. Well, I'm just going to rock with Celsius Network right now. BlockFi, them guys, they act like a bank. They reduce their interest that they're giving people. They're getting loans from, the billionaires club and the banks. I'm like, nah, you're messing around too much with the old school system. So, and then sure enough, they dropped their interest rates last week, just like what a bank would do. Crazy stuff. All right. Let's see. Cannabis. Oh, yeah, we're stuck in cannabis, man. Cannabis dropped 50%. There's no reason people don't have cannabis stocks at this point. They're so cheap to get into. And another state actually legalized marijuana. I just don't know what they mean by legalized, meaning if you can, go to a doctor and get some. I don't know what they mean, but another state. So that's now not only the 5 from November, but another state just enacted legalized for marijuana, which means it's just a matter of time before there's going to start acting. Oh, yeah, Nucor. Exactly. That's the other guys in the steel, aluminum industry. I'll go with Nucor stock. They're up to 80 now. Down to 80, but either way, steel production, largest steel producer in the United States. And you can see what's been happening, ladies and gentlemen, over the last 6 months. It keeps rising. That $2 trillion infrastructure bill, a few of these companies are going to be needing steel or going to be making it. So even at these prices, it may not be too high. Amazon's about to sell off Deliveroo. Okay, that works. I don't know what they were doing with Deliveroo anyhow. You're right, Eric. Detroit can make a comeback if they repurpose those abandoned factories for EV and other clean energies, but too many are holding on to the past. Exactly, Diesel Mike. Exactly. This is what happens. This is why America, always touting itself as being the leader on everything, that's why they're getting left behind. Because they're still the lobbyists, our government, they cater towards the people with the money. And so all the car companies, they have the money. So that's why Elon Musk isn't bigger than what he is right now, because they lobbied so he couldn't have his own dealerships like Chevy, like GM, all these guys. They were like, no, we can't have that. You're doggone right you can't have that, because he would have been selling at least 50 to 100 million cars if he was able to have dealerships on every corner like a normal car dealer. But they said, no, you can only be in malls for the last 10 years. And so that's why Tesla undervalued, because they would have sold easily millions of cars a year if they were able to have their own dealerships, just like everybody else. And those abandoned factories is a travesty, all because they did exactly what America did, exactly what they did in the 70s when there was a gas crisis. Instead of them saying, you know what, we better get some gas efficient cars, they were like, no. But Toyota, Honda, Nissan, all them companies from overseas were like, oh, hey, we make piece of crap cars, but you know what? Our cars get 25 miles per gallon, and they only cost half the price of an American car. That's how Honda, Toyota, Nissan got their foot in the door in the USA economy, because Detroit sat there on their laurels going, oh, everybody will buy these cars that only get 10 miles to the gallon. We don't care. In fact, they're going to buy that Ford Pinto that blows up too. We don't care about any of that going down. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. And sure enough, now they wish they hadn't, because everybody knows who Toyota, Nissan, which used to be Datsun, Nissan is, Toyota and Honda, and now Lexus. All these guys got their foot in the door because Detroit has always been Johnny come lately. Always lately, like the EV market. Now they're talking Ford, GM, and all them guys. Now they want to be in the EV play. Why weren't they doing something 5-6 years back? Because they still want to make gas guzzling cars. Just like why don't cars go 70 miles to the gallon on a tank of gas? Because the gas companies, oil, gas, they get subsidies from the United States government. They don't have to compete. You don't have to compete if I'm getting billions of dollars in the door. Same thing. That's why they don't want to make the grid more efficient. That's why they don't want to go to renewable energy sources, because that leaves them out of the play of getting billions of dollars of free money. Exactly. It's disgusting when you start thinking about it. I mean, don't let me keep going on the high horse, though. Wilson Koo, the pressure on Amazon. Biden says we need unions. Yeah, exactly. We need unions. He knows what time it is. Come on, man. Let's stop playing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get the numbers out here in the open. Minimum wage in the 1970s started at $3.25. Due to inflation, if you were supposed to do what a righteous government would, when inflation increases, minimum wage has to increase. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You're underwater. How many of you get paid $44 an hour? That's the equivalent of $3.25 from like 1973, 74, somewhere in there. That's how much you should be getting paid right now. And a lot of people are getting paid $15 an hour, $12 an hour, $8 an hour. And here it is, due to inflation and them printing money over the last 40, 50 years, you've lost all this buying power. The equivalent of $44 an hour is what places should be paying. That's what jobs should be paying. So they don't want you to unionize, because when you unionize, generally your wage goes up. Not only does your wage go up, you get benefits, health benefits, dental benefits, weeks of vacation benefits. And if somebody tries to mess over you, you just can't fire somebody because you feel like it without lawsuits flying. Because we made an agreement as a union with the company. Now, you can be like Toyota in the Bay Area of California. Yes, Toyota was in the Bay Area of California. Elon Musk actually took over their factory. They had a union problem. The guys in the union, get this, in the Bay Area of California, I had a friend or two that worked there. They were getting paid like $30 an hour. Okay, this is like 12 years ago. $30 an hour, which is a good wage at the time. But Bay Area homes cost like $800,000 at the time. 600, 700, 800,000. Now they're $1 million. But at the time, so even though these guys made $30 an hour, good for almost everywhere in America, not good for living in the Bay Area. And I'm talking about Bay Area of California, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose area, where all the tech companies are. So the cost of living increased. Homes are so expensive that $30 an hour was no good. So the union had to renegotiate. Their contract expired. And my friend comes to me one day and he goes, "Hey, man, we're holding out." I said, "Don't you get paid like $31 an hour or something?" He's like, "Yeah, but we're trying to get our 5% increase." I go, "So you want to get paid $33 an hour? Is that what you're saying? 33? I said, "Okay." I said, I have no problem with unions, but what I do have a problem with, I'm on the other side of the fence. I'm a business owner, right? I'm going to tell you right now, you come to me with this crazy nonsense, I'm not even going to negotiate with you because I am the company. I will move to Nevada, Florida, Texas, where I don't have any taxes, nor do I have to pay anybody $30 an hour. I'll just go to Texas and pay people $16, $17 an hour, half your price, and they'll do just as good a job because we're automated damn near. I'd be out. So you guys can argue about the 30, 31, and it may not be good enough in Cali, but everywhere else on the planet, it's good enough. Sure enough, 3-4 months go by, Toyota said, "Bye-bye. We don't need this crap. California taxes out the yin-yang. Now I can go to Texas and pay people $17, $19 an hour." They move to Texas, then they tell the people that used to work there making $30 an hour, they said, "Well, we'll relocate you to Texas, but you're going to have to be getting $19 an hour." Some people went. Some people said, "F you." But I said, that's the price you pay when you have a union, because you could price yourself out of the marketplace when you're talking about employing 3,000, 2,000 people. That ends up being a lot of money. If you can pay somebody $30 an hour or somebody $19, $18, $17 an hour, huge difference when you got thousands of employees. And that's how they stay competitive. All right, let's face facts. All right, so unions are dangerous, but I like unions because they protect the workers. So you got to have them. Up 14% on BTC in 1 week. Interesting so far. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in crypto, I'm just saying, look, do you want to make money or not? That's the bottom line. If you want to make money, you have to take risk. There's no way you can make money without taking risk. When you go to a job, that is a risk. Your boss can walk in any day and say, "You know what, Eric, we don't need you anymore." And Eric always responds and would say, "I'm the best guy around here. What are you talking about?" Well, there's reasons a business may not want to employ you. You could be the best, but being the best means you may be getting paid more than somebody that just got out of high school or college that they deem can do your same job and they can pay them half the price. All right? So don't think just because you have some hefty package and then your job looks good that you're safe. You may not be safe. That's why you should always have an extra stream of income or invest your money. So if something does happen, you have money sitting on the sideline, or you have investments where you have your 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months worth of money sitting there where you can say, okay, I can go look for another job. Because that's ultimately what you need. You need a cushion if you get fired or if you have your streams of income go away. So just keep that in mind. All right. So with risk comes reward. And nobody can win everything 100% of the time. I don't care what these gurus are spouting. I don't care about any creation story that I was found homeless and you can do this too nonsense, okay? I'm not talking about these extremes. What we're talking about is everybody who's here watching this right now has internet access, okay? If you have internet access, that means you have to pay for the service from somewhere. So you're taking a risk. Whatever you do, if you're a drug dealer, you're taking a risk. All right? No matter what you're doing, you're taking a risk. So when somebody says invest in Bitcoin, invest in stocks, invest in yourself, and there's responses of people that would say, well, what if I lose my money? What if it goes down? What if it does this? There's always this what if. Well, it's what if you got in an accident on your way to work today. I mean, this what if stuff is crazy. You need to live your life as if you're going to live the next day. If something happens to you, it happens to you. But you can't sit there and go, well, what if I invested $300 in Bitcoin and it went down 50%? But on the other side of the coin is, what if I invested $100, $1,000 in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was 45,000 just a month ago? You now have, it's almost at 58,000. It is at 58,000. What am I saying? If it went up 14%, it's definitely at 15,000. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's 3 tonight. So please smash that like button. I'm real sorry. I keep hitting the wrong screens and taking myself offline, and I keep doing this as a habit now. I don't know why. Must be getting in my old age. Must be something happening here. But anyhow, let me go we'll go to Nucor. All right. So what I was talking about was BTC while I was offline. Didn't know I was off. But BTC, not stock. Price. We need a price. It's at 59,000. Okay. So the point is taking risk. Somebody bought at 45. Okay. Now that it's at 59, that's almost a 30% increase. It is a 30% increase. So if you invested $1,000, you now have $1,300. If you were to put 100 in, you now have 130. All right. Now, if you would have taken the links down below in Celsius, where you would have transferred $200 or more over to Celsius, you would have got your free $30 in Bitcoin. You'd be earning 6% on your Bitcoin as well. You would have earned interest every day delivered to you every Monday. So not only would you have 130, you would actually even have a little bit more because they gave you 6% interest a year. So I don't know what that comes out to per month. What is that, 0.5% per month? So that's what it would be. So now you would have that in Bitcoin. So you might have $132 in Bitcoin, 131 or 1,350 in Bitcoin, or I don't know what the numbers would translate to. But all I'm trying to say is those are the risks you take. And everything is a risk. When you invest in the stock market went down. It's been very bad over the last month. AITX, one of my favorite over-the-counters. Okay, so again, everybody here, notice that people are talking about over-the-counter stocks, which are normally risky. These are penny stocks. Oh, man, artificial intelligence. Oh, my God. I love this. You know I like artificial intelligence. That's the way of the future. AITX. Okay. Definitely. I keep saying this every time, Victor Marrero, that I'm going to open that Fidelity account so I can do over-the-counters at no charge. I guess tomorrow I have a reason. A big-time reason. This is getting crazy. There's so many over-the-counters that deserve attention. This is incredible. All right, New York. I think they legalized small usage, right? What's the rules? Unknown. Okay, was it New York? That's major. There's millions of people there. 8 million. There's more than even 8 million in Manhattan area alone. Deliveroo is doing food delivery in UK. Yeah, Deliveroo, I call that minor. They didn't even need to have that. We need a renaissance in America. New ideas and repurpose the buildings. Exactly. Exactly. But our government is blocking innovation. This is why just what's happening right now with all the tech companies. What are they doing? They're like, hey, Facebook, Apple, Google, we need you to come down here and testify. We think you're getting too big. Well, they weren't saying that to, Ford, Carnegie, and all the rest of them back in the day. JP Morgan, they weren't telling them they're growing too big. They did eventually, but it was after they already solidified literally billions of dollars. So, I mean, this is crazy. And what they were doing was innovating themselves. We got Standard Oil running pipelines around Northern America. You got railroads being built to transport cargo. This is all infrastructure, innovation. And then they said, no, you got to break this stuff up. You guys are too big, This innovation we have going on right now, internet, that's open to everybody. And they're trying to regulate that now. I just don't get it. That's why America's getting left behind. GM, Ford, gas companies made the Tesla play work. 4x return on stock after Elon pushed the issue. Exactly. Exactly. This is why Tesla has made millionaires out of people. Because Tesla and Apple, they were betting against those companies back in the day, our government. They were trying to blindside these guys. So people said, I'll take that $7 stock. I'll take that $8 stock. I'll take that $5 stock in the early 2000s. So now look, it's incredible. I wish I was on the Tesla plane, but like I said, I wasn't. So I can't take credit for being on there on that program. That's one of those misses. Supply Tesla and BMW. Really? Okay. GNEN. Let me go see. That's another over the counter though. GNENF. Another over the counter. Okay. GNENF. Let's go look. Oh, that's not well, it's a penny stock, but it looks like it's Chinese company. So you're going to have to say, are they doing it in China? Is that what you're saying? It doesn't matter. It's a lithium company for only $12.56, and it's over the counter at $12.56. That's very interesting. That's an interesting stock, man. I'm writing these down. Okay, Victor Marrero, last chance. If you have a Fidelity link for refer a friend, let me know. Send it to me at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. Because now's the time. I can't hold off on this any longer because there's way too many over-the-counters. VRNT, customer engagement software and cyber intelligence solutions. Jeez, Wilson Koo dropping plenty of gems tonight. This is incredible. Yeah, VRNT, the software, heard of them, missed out, unfortunately. 24 to 45, and it's going to keep going. This is the future, ladies and gentlemen. You just can't keep holding it down. Security, surveillance, business intelligence, assist clients in data analysis. Yep, that's what's needed. 3,900 employees. Revenue surpass estimates for their Q4. They beat the street what they thought the revenue is going to be. This is awesome. I like it. I like VRNT. Man, too many stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Too many that could be winners. Way too many. The best software developer in the ATL makes $140K, while a Google developer in San Francisco makes $400K. Yep, exactly. Jobs are not fair. That's right. Exactly. For the same job. That's exactly right. Like I said, some of you may know my nephew works for Snapchat, and you guys heard the story before. He was going to go do something with EA Sports in Louisiana, potentially. He had a choice between going there or coming to the Bay Area. And I said, you better get your butt to the Bay Area, because now you're in the mix and you're going to get paid 3-4 times as much as you would ever get paid in Louisiana. And your starting salary that you're going to make your first year when you're only 24 years old or 23 is going to be more than 90% of America. So now what do you do at that point? You're there, and now within a year, he made another 50,000 more. So we're talking over 100K a year, clearly, in San Francisco. But he's only 23 years old. That was crazy, right? So then if you're making 180,000 when you're 24, that's even crazier. I don't know what he makes with Snapchat. It's probably in the 200s. But the point is, depending on where you are, you could get paid a lot of money. So what do you do when you have that money? And fortunately for him, he's my nephew. He's real smart. He bought himself a duplex in Oakland. Lives in one side, rents out the other side. So he has what you call commercial real estate property. So he has money coming in to pay, because you can charge like $3,000 a month for like a 2-bedroom in the Bay Area of San Francisco. It's insanity. All right. Another cannabis low, SAHCF, Sweet Earth Holdings, has super strain that can grow 2,500 plants per acre. Whoa. That is major. That's another penny stock, though. SCHCF. That's crazy. That's insane. Did you just say, no way? He just said, that's incredible. If that is true, wait, let me look at this again. Let me get back on screen. What did he did say 2,500 plants per acre. 3 times more yield per plant. That is significant. Who's going to be buying these guys up? This is insane. There's some companies that have the market share, some existing cannabis companies that have the market share. This is your next level right here. If this is true, that's significant. And the price is right. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the risk comes in if you want to make money. Me personally, I don't even do anything crazy. I don't buy like $100, $500. I just literally do like $25 to $50. Then I just let it sit there. That's all I'm willing to do on these things that I don't know nothing about. And then the next thing you know, it could be $3, $2, $1, just like Sundial. When it was 53 cents, 54 cents on a Friday Night Live, our first time somebody mentioned it. And then next Friday, it was down to 40 something, 43, 42, somewhere like that. And somebody said, hey, man, it dropped. What should we do? I was like, buy more. And now Sundial's over $1. It's like $1.17, $1.15, something like that. So whoever would have bought those 5-6 months back, we've doubled our money at it. And sure, I only spent maybe $50 to $100, but I bought more. When I bought it 50 something, then I bought when it was 40 something. Then I bought some more when it was 60 something. So it wasn't just a one-time buy. So once it started moving either direction, I bought a little bit more. So overall, we're still around 57, 58 cents. So we doubled our money. That's how you want to treat the stock market. But this is major right here. I got to write this down, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. SEHCF, because if that's true, 2,500 plants per acre, and if they're talking about 3 times more yield, that's significant. Jeez. I have real estate and stocks in my portfolio. I regret not having Bitcoin in it. I missed that train. Victor Marrero, like I always say, we can't win them all, man. You guys know how this is. We can never win them all. Like I said, I missed the train on Tesla. I thought it was always garbage because they never made money for like 10 years. It was crazy. Yeah, we just can't win them all. Sweet Earth is endorsed by Warren Moon. Okay. In case people don't know who Warren Moon is, he's a quarterback. Played in the NFL and in Canada for the, what is that, the CFL. And he played in, I believe, USFL as well. Anyhow, he's probably a Hall of Famer. I wouldn't be surprised. He was hella good. Unfortunately, he played for the Oilers. But that's cool. I don't go by anybody's backing on it, really. But, I mean, I'm just looking at if it can do what you're saying, 3 times the yield in a small area, that's significant. That's what they need. Maybe they have a different strain of some sort. Yes, making batteries in China and putting in Chinese-made cars as well as overseas. That's what I was thinking. All right, so that cleared it up. I appreciate that. That's PKX that we're talking about, right? I believe that's who it was. Let me go double check because I didn't write down next to it what it was for. Was that PKX? Nope, it wasn't PKX. So let me know which one that was again. I don't know which one it was. It's not the artificial. So I didn't write it down, is what it looks like. So give it to me again. I need that one. I like it. Here we go. GNENF. That's the one. That's the one. I'm putting it lithium China next to it, so I'll keep that in mind. All right, there we go. You're giving me a list for tomorrow, but is that over the counter, though? That is over the counter. Damn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, Wednesday Night Live, please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about and you're not a member of the channel, that's okay. Please hit that subscribe button, please. That helps out as well for the YouTube algorithm. And everybody here that's a members-only chat on Wednesday Night Live, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your support because you have icons next to your name. So thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up in about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you have anything else to say, let us know. And Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank. Oh, there's my man, Kevin Harrington. He's a hustler. I love that guy. One day I was at the, where was I at? I'm trying to think. I was at in Orlando, of all places. And I got an invite to one of the health food industry shows in Orlando. So now I'm sitting there in the health food store, just hanging out, not really doing anything. And of course, since I'm an entrepreneur and I start seeing things, I'm like, wait a minute, there's stuff that's not even out on the market that's here right now. So I'm sitting there doing something. And while I'm checking out this product, a guy comes behind me and he's in the booth and he's checking out the product. And it ends up being Kevin Harrington. He's just walking around looking for products too. So he's in here. And we just chit chat for a second. It's not that we said anything of significance. It's just that I was like, hey, what are you doing over here? He's like, hey, I got a booth. He had a booth there too. And then he said, I got a booth, but I always look around for new products. And I said, yeah, that's right. Because you do those infomercials on TV. And he goes, that's right. Because I like making money while I sleep. I was like, yeah, exactly. So he's still searching for product, even though the guy's a multi-millionaire. He's not sitting around resting on his laurels because he sold some, $10 million and he has a part of that $10 million deal on that infomercial. He's doing other infomercials. He's already preparing for another 10 infomercials. He's lining it up. So I like that guy. He's not acting all crazy. He's doing the damn thing. Sometimes we can have unbelievable belief in one stock. Mine was all you need is one home run. Exactly, Curtis Davis. One home run is all you need. And fortunately for us, though, we got like 20 home runs last year. Because I don't know what people call home runs, but I call home runs something like 5X. I don't call home runs like 2 times or 3 times because that can happen. I'm talking about like 5X. Stuff like Neo. Stuff like Plug, stuff like FCEL, stuff like that. Beam, BEEM. I'm talking about stuff like that. That's what we're talking about. Home runs galore. After 4 years, Twilio still up 6% a day. They started with just text message. Now they have major contracts. Twilio's a behemoth. They're growing. In fact, let me go see what Twilio is. I don't even think I invested in Twilio. Another miss, by the way. Curtis Davis all last year was saying, get Twilio. And I don't think I did. Quite frankly, I don't think I did. Last year this time, Twilio was under $100. This is what I'm talking about. Even though I didn't invest in it, some other people were on the Friday Night Lives. They invested in it, and here we are. It was under $100. This is like 3 times, 4 times your money, and it's still rising because they actually have contracts that are major, and they're getting more contracts because they're in the cloud space. This is part of what we talked about last year, right? This is what we talked about last year was the cloud storage space. This is what's the future. It was $84 in April last year. So to give you guys an idea, that's 4 times your money. Home runs. That's what I call a home run. All right. Even though it's 4 times, but still, that's a home run, 80 to 340. And again, I didn't invest in it, but other people might have, like Mr. Evans isn't here. He might have, because that's one of the reasons he became a member of the channel, because he specifically said it's because we're making people money. And Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, is why I call him that, because last year he was saying, get Disney, get Twilio, get Salesforce, get AMD, get NVIDIA, get all these guys. And all this stuff is like 100% up. It's crazy. We can't win them all, though. I mean, there's some what I call losers. I mean, there's some that didn't go up 100%, some that went down 10% or 20 or 30 to offset that, because if somebody said we have 200% year over year, you'd be like, you've lost your mind. We can't win them all. We can't pick all winners. But if you pick enough where you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are doing like 200% or 100% or 70%, your portfolio, if you're able to do 60, 70% year over year, you're doing some damage. You're basically almost doubling what you invested. If you can get up to 60% year over year and you have dividends coming in, you're going to be close to doubling your money in 1 year. That's unheard of, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But it's happening. And with the help of Curtis Davis, George Maples, Wilson Koo, Joshua Felder, and a whole slew of other people who have donated their time on these live streams and have been giving out these stocks or crypto and things like that, it's up to you to do your due diligence. So this is the theme of the night story, right? Do you want to make money? I keep going back to this. This isn't that hard, but you do have to risk something, and that's your money and maybe a little bit of time to do some research, because you can't invest in everything, but pick the ones that you think you like. All right. Surface Oncology. I don't know about them at all. Do they have a stock symbol of any sort? I just know, if they can do something with this is major. That would be major. That would change lives. Seriously. Is this a stock already? $7.80, and it's on that would be major. That's worth putting some money into, because if they can do this, holy smokes, millions of people lives would be saved. Millions. Flying higher after hours. There it is, TSMC. We talked about this last week, and that's beyond BYD. I'm not talking about Surface Oncology right now, and Surface Oncology and 3D Systems, Kathy Wood's ARC. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's right. That is something she did buy last week. Come to think of it, I saw that SURF, S-U-R-F. I saw that on the list, but I didn't go any further because she picked some other ones that we already picked. So that is awesome. Receives orphan drug designation from FDA. There we go. That's why it's soaring after hours. It's not soaring after hours. It's still at 780. Well, thank you so much, Wilson Koo. Another gem, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I didn't have it on the screen. There it is. I was showing this down here. TSMC for the chip shortage, Beyond Meats, Komatsu, Surface Oncology, and 3D Systems is what ARK invested in last week. And Surface Oncology is SURF. That is significant at this price point, in my opinion. If they're able to do anything in that arena, they were just last year it was $1.67. Of course, nobody knew what was happening, but they just got approval from the FDA. And then it's dropped back down. It was up to $13 January 20th, and it's come back down. So do your own due diligence on it, but I don't mind throwing a little bit of change that way. This is why we stay this way. Yeah, Kevin's cool. Yeah, exactly. He is cool, man. Anyone know about Target Hospitality? No, I don't, but Target's a good company, period, to invest in. Check into MediFarm. They are white labeling for Australia cannabis market. Okay. Jeez. Wilson Koo coming with all kind of goodies tonight. This is helping out. MediFarm's only 36 cents. It's another over-the-counter drug. I mean, over-the-counter stock. Here we go, fourth quarter, nothing mentioned here real quick, but that's Medif, is MEDIF, MEDIF at 36 cents. Cannabis, that's a takeover, but Australia is a large country, so can't go wrong probably with that. Surf, and they're getting orphan drug status. Exactly, we just saw it. Did we buy Mara? Yes, we did. Members of the channel, they know I bought Mara. You can always find out what I buy under the community tab, but you have to have that green icon. You have to be a member of the channel to find out what I invest in. I tell people what I do. I do full disclosures, and I rarely sell. So in case anybody's ever wondering how come he never says he's selling, that's because I don't. I've only sold like GME, and I think that's about the only thing I sold this year. I might have sold some other stuff, but I think it was GME. It's the only thing I sold pretty much. Everything else I'm holding because I generally have long-term plays. I'm not buying something that goes up. But yes, we did buy Mara. I hope you bought some. Prophase Labs. In fact, let's go see what happened with Mara. Let's go look over the last 3 months. I know it rose and then it dropped 50%. But we're back. We're back. We're back. All right, here we are. We're back. I can't remember what I bought Mara at, quite frankly. I think I was in the 20s. I think it was 20 something. I wasn't lucky enough to get in at 4, 5, 6. I think I got in at 20. So that's where I'm at. But we're back. It's at 48. I like that. Let's see. Yes, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I think I'm at, like I said, I think I'm at the 27, 26, 28, 29, something like that, maybe even 30. So this is great news. It's rising. So I'm doing 60% right now on an increase. We like that number. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, remember 72% means you double your money. So if you can get year over year close to 72%, if you can get 70, if you can get 65, that's why we always say get a little dividend stocks as well. So then you get your money coming in, like the PSEC comes in every month. AGNC comes in every month. So you have this little kibbles and bits coming in as well, adding on top of price increases. You're loving life. You're getting to be at 60, almost 65% on your money, which is a double. That's beautiful. That's what we're aiming for, right? Mr. Financial. Okay, has acquired VacTrack, which will help track vaccination. Oh, there we go. That is a thing. Tracking vaccinations is a thing. Prophase Labs. Let's go see, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez. Wilson Koo coming with the heat. Post earnings call. Lab gains on VacTrack acquisition 14 hours ago. Okay. Let's go see. I can't find their... Wait, oh, sorry. Didn't do their labs. Didn't do stock. Let's see. $7.39. It's actually at $7.40. No, that means it's just been going sideways for the last month. Nothing's happening. What's been happening over the year? Of course, it was smaller. PRPH. Too many stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Too many stocks. Vaccination tracker. That is cool. That's what you got to look for. This is a thing, right? This is what's going to happen. So it puts you in position. You have to be in position. You got to put yourself in position. Apple is building grid scale solar energy storage. Yes, they are. And that's why AAPL, trillion-dollar company, is trillion-dollar company. They are already ahead of the game with the cloud storage, the artificial intelligence, the autonomous driving. They have their hands in so much of the future that they're not going to be stopped, with or without controlling the cell phone market space. All right. Sooner or later, they realize that they're not going to be able to sell cell phones for $1,200, $1,500 because the other companies are catching. In fact, Chinese companies are actually ahead of South Korea, which is Samsung's, and they're ahead of Apple. It's just that our government blocks the other companies, protects Apple and Samsung. But one of these days, somebody in America, they're going to make it here in America. Like there's a company called TCL that makes some pretty good phones, and they're only half price. They're not that far behind a Samsung or Apple with their phones. Not that far behind. They're just slightly behind. There's like I'd call them like they have a 2-year phone. Like I have a Note 9 now. They have a phone that's a little less than the Note 9, which is still a great phone. And they're less than $500. And so that's what's going to happen. And that's what happens in America when you start resting on your laurels and thinking the consumer is just going to keep buying your stuff for overpriced, knowing that Apple, for instance, makes their phones for $315, $350 in China. Then they sell them to American citizens for $1,200, $1,300, $1,500. That's crazy. See, and of course they're getting away with it because they have an ecosystem. But there's going to come a day when somebody has a better phone than Apple and it's only going to be $350, $400. Then they're going to have to get rid of that. So they're planning for the future, right? So many gems. There's MGI, another gem. Okay. MGI. Curtis Davis dropping gems as usual. The MoneyGram still $6.50. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I am shocked by this because we talked about MGI, which I did not buy 6-7 months back. I didn't get MoneyGram. I should have, but in one day, let's see what's happened over 6 months. 6 months back. So I would have doubled my money if I'd have got MoneyGram back then. And can't win them all. Once again, my 60 to 70% year over year would have been higher if I'd have got MoneyGram. Or if I'd have gotten, what was that other one Curtis Davis was telling me about last year? Yeah, I would be higher than my year over year. Wilson, yes, best time to get Apple. Exactly. This is the best time to get Apple. It's unbelievable. This is a travesty. I've been saying this for the whole month. It's a travesty. Apple stock is selling at 120. This is a travesty. This is incredible. And yet Apple still gives 0.67% of a dividend. Like Apple sends me a dividend check. I can't believe it. I was like, I was shocked actually, because I wasn't expecting it, because they split, and they've split over the last 7 years twice. So I didn't think their dividend would be of anything at all, but they're giving dividends. Yeah, this is a travesty here. 122. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't bought Apple, you should get it. I mean, you got to get Apple. They're in everything. And heaven forbid if they make that deal with Hyundai and get that Apple car, because Apple has all the technology, all of it. And they have the software. They have everything going. So I recommend Apple. NCNO, keep an eye on NCNO for cloud. Anything with cloud, you got to keep an eye on it. Their cloud, you got to keep an eye. Financial funded, Chip Mahan, Neil Understrong, assuming their customers are TD. Oh, they got heavyweight customers, TD Bank, Truist Financial, Santander Bank, Accenture, Deloitte Digital. Oh, yeah, these are big names that they have with them. Reports fourth quarter beats the street. Okay, they beats the what the expected revenue is. That's a good sign. They have hey, I have nothing bad to say. Year over year though, they're a little behind the curve, dropped 52-week high 100, 52-week low 57. All right. They're near their 52-week low. Interesting. Financial services, NCNO. It might be a good time to get that. I like lows. There's Quantum. Anyone know of Quantum Glass Battery? Yep. We know about them. Hold on. Let me get them up. I'll get them up on the screen. Let's go. Quantum. I thought that was QM. I thought that's what they were. Let's see. I don't know what their stock is. Then, if it's not QM, let's see. Can't pull it up. I don't know what their stock is. 3 EV stock, QuantumScape, QS. There we go. QS, not QM. That's what it is. Thought it was QM. Okay. I don't have QS. Oh, it skyrocketed after hours. Woo! 10%. Yeah, it went up more than 10% after hours. There it is, 14% after hours. Lithium metal batteries. QS is undervalued, ladies and gentlemen. $132 at the all-time high. Yes, you heard me right. That's how far it's dropped off. 132 is the 52-week high, and it's only at 50 right now. So who was lucky enough to get it when it was 45, 44? Because you just got 20% on your money. Even if you'd have bought it in the last, let's see how far back. Yeah, you'd still be underwater in March. You'd still be almost even if you got it early March. But here's where the high was, December 22nd. After that, it dropped down. This is almost near the all-time for the year. Since December, this is the low for the year. For the last 3 months, $50, $44, that's the low. So, and they have all kind of deals. They have all kind of contracts. So that's pretty major. I like that too. QS. Let me put this down. I like QS. Making me get more, Curtis Davis. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to wrap it up because we're at 1 hour, 48 minutes on the Wednesday Night Live. And I want to thank everybody for being here once again. And please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you like what we talk about here, come back Friday night at around 9-10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where chat is open to everybody. And there are more gems that's going to even be dropped. But don't forget to look down below in the description. Get your free shares of stock from Robinhood and Webull. Down below, get your free $10 from Coinbase of Bitcoin. And if you already invest in coins, then earn interest daily from Celsius Network. I'm an ambassador, of course. There's a link down below for Celsius. Get your interest daily just for holding your money or holding your crypto there. Everyday interest. What more can you ask for? All right? That's pretty it. And then, of course, anybody want to do online marketing, make more money, FBA Amazon course, the free course down below in the description. Also, Elite Club, where people can buy special prices from Amazon sellers early in the morning only. And every morning they send you an email. So you might get up in the morning and be able to buy something that's 80% off that then you can just repost on eBay or Amazon and make back your money. All right? So keep that in mind. And we're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, of course, another classic Microsoft undervalued. Exactly. They're all undervalued. Just signed major contract with government. That Microsoft symbol is MSFT. M as in Mary, S as in Sam, F as in Frank, T. You should have Microsoft. You should have Apple. You should have NVIDIA. You should have even QuantumScape, quite frankly. So, got to have it, ladies and gentlemen. All these chip shortages and Ford production, GM production delays, it's going to be a big one. Exactly. Those chip makers, get them. TSM, TSEM, those are the ones. And I got to thank you, everybody, for being here. And I got to thank you once again for listening to the content, for watching, and everything else you've been doing. And please share the videos to help other people. And please like. Click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I've messed up like 5 times a night, but it's all right. We can't always make everything happen like we want. Nothing runs perfect, and nor is investing perfect. Is starting your own business perfect. None of it's perfect, but you still have to do it if you want to make money while you sleep. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. This is why I always bring the real. This is why I have information down below in the description so we can help other people. And that's why your job is to help other people as well. Help other people. Use your links in the Robinhood and Webull apps. Use your link if you signed up with Celsius or Voyager or Coinbase, and help other people get some free something. Let other people know that there is a better way. That's all we're trying to do here. You can always email me. You can always send message, post up comments. I'll answer. All right. I don't do mentorships. I don't do any pay for play stuff. None of that. This is the no guru zone. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.